There are over 400,000 people that we should be celebrating this weekend that don't get to celebrate,
Yeah.
that aren't alive because of this freedom that we enjoy. It really hurts to know that we have people that have made the choice in this country to poo-poo this country even though they have the right to. I've seen some stuff going around the socials over the last week that you're a communist if you celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. If you're watching this or you're listening to this, but again, if this is your first time here, you have just found the best damn podcast you've never seen or heard before in your whole life. I have to make a correction. I thought we were in episode 161 today. We've been doing some editing of past episodes. We're actually in episode number 162 today, my dude. 162. Nice. So we have a lost episode. If you guys don't know yet, a couple of weeks ago, we brought on a producer that is behind the curtain. He's the great Oz, if you may, and he's cleaning up our show. I told you a couple of weeks ago that we are going to revamp, not really revamp. We're just going to take it to the next level. It all started with the Alp Mango Madness.
That's
on
right.
A phone call on a Saturday, and the other host of the show who you see on your right or your left or maybe dead center of the screen is Brent Wright of Brent Wright Incorporated. But enough of that. Again, if this is your first time here, we are Old Guys Still Rock, better yet known as OGSR. So we're in episode number 162 today. And as you see from my shirt, we're going to talk about America, man. It's about his 250th birthday this Saturday. Today we're recording. It's a Thursday. Should get that out to you. But this Saturday is going to be the America's birthday. There's so many things that we're thankful for being in this amazing country, regardless of what the big media wants to tell you about it. But enough of that. I am Blair Armstrong of Team Armstrong Coldwell Banker. I'm located in the beautiful, beautiful Coachella Valley. I'm a global luxury specialist in the world of residential real estate. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, just a couple of seconds ago, the other host of the show is a good friend of mine for almost 30 years, Brent Wright of Brent Wright Incorporated, man with many different hats, from payroll companies to detail shops to body shops. He's a financier to a state-of-the-art wellness center located in Eugene, Oregon, called Wright Wellness Center. So if you're in that area and you're looking for something innovative, just so many different levels, far infrared treatment, what do I want to call it? Oxygen chambers. I'm losing my words.
Hyperbaric chambers.
Hyperbaric chambers. The list goes on. So if you're in that Eugene area and you're looking for an alternative means of health, go check them out. They have a plethora of different ideas to fit every type of lifestyle. But anyway, kind of a short introduction today. I said we have 161 other episodes. Go check us out. If you want to hit the pause button right now, go check us out. First one may suck. The second one may be okay, but after that, they get really good. So anyway, my dude, what is going on? How is the world of Eugene, Oregon?
It is well. We are winding down for the week.
Okay.
We're taking tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday off, and we are going to spend some time at our coast house and watch the fireworks and spend time with family and friends and just take a little siesta, if you will. I can't tell you that I'm going to not work, but I'm going to slow down a little bit for a couple of days.
Right.
And we're really going to spend some time reflecting, like we are today, on all of the blessings of living in this great country.
Isn't it amazing, though? I mean, you and I, especially, you said something the other day, I'm all gas, no brakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is just such a good time, these next couple of days and through the weekend. And really, I hope that it stays a lot longer than that. But really, on Saturday, we're celebrating America, 250 years, so many great memories as we grow up. But what I love what you just said is, I'm just going to take a timeout. And that's a big deal for you.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to take a time out and just really reflect, because sometimes we get lost in the minutia of all this chaos that's going around and all the negativity and blah, 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 blah. And it just goes on. And realistically, dude, we live in one badass country. The opportunities that we have are just great, but keep going.
Yeah. So I want to not be political, but I
Okay.
also want to touch on the fact that in no other country can you disagree with the government and not get night timed
Forever.
forever. So whether you're on the right, whether you're on the left, whether you're dead center, it doesn't matter. You have the ability for choice that no other citizen of any other country has the ability to publicly denounce or publicly support their leadership. That is the beauty of this. Whether you agree or disagree with what's going on, doesn't matter. In the last 10 presidents, you had the ability to agree or disagree and state your opinion with no fear of reprisal. You have to celebrate that. Whether you agree or disagree with the direction of our country, you at least have to agree. It's logical to agree that you had the ability for choice.
Oh.
And I think that's something to celebrate.
I think that's amazing. And again, it really isn't political. I think, I'll stay on that topic for a little bit. I think they made it believe that you have to be the right, you have to be the left. They even have a Twix commercial. Which one do you like? Do you like the right Twix or the left Twix? And realistically, they're all the same, right?
That commercial is totally making fun of the political party system.
100%. And
hilarious.
People don't see it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's the right side of it. They're all the same. And really what I wanted to stick with that point was, we're all the same. We want to have a great life. We want to make as much money as possible. We want to live in the nicest house possible that we can do. We want to have a good family life. We want to have a good marriage. We want to have good friendships. We all have that common thread. Stop letting one or two people decide what your life should be like. This is America. We're all individuals. We're all made different. That's okay. Can we have differences? 100%. I just said it. We're all different, but we all have traits that if we actually put down the swords, the banter, the keyboard warrior BS that a lot of us get entwined with. One of us, all of us at one time or another have got involved with it. So there's no right there's no right person. There's no wrong person. The point of it is stop letting a couple people dictate of how your life is going to be. Stop letting a couple people dictate who your friendship should be with, because they may not be on the right side politically, or they may have a different religious belief. Is this going to be work? 100%. Just like we've talked about in other episodes. If you're in a relationship, it takes work. Any type of relationship. So stop with the baloney. What you said is what we're doing right now, Brent, being on this podcast. Do you know if we went to another country, if we put this out there, they would like, hey, you said something about the government. We're going to pull this episode. Yeah, we're not going. You can't talk about that stuff. That's too much. You were too much on the right. You're too much on the left. Don't be a yahoo about it. Don't be an a-hole about it. Just have conversations, have a debate, but figure out what that common thread is. And that's why I said, I'm sitting here, and you guys don't know this, but in my studio, I look out and I'm overlooking a golf course and palm trees and big fir trees. And it's awesome. But I will also say that I get lost in the minutia sometimes. There's so much on my plate. I have to do this. It's da da da. Thank God I have that opportunity to come in here every freaking day and make a difference. And it's a whole reason what you say at the end of every episode. Today, I get to make a difference. I get to be a better American, right? I get to be a better American than I was yesterday. Some days are fun. Some days are dumb. So I'd like
to do a call out to our listeners and watchers to have them reflect and report to us, if you will, in the comments, or reach out to us separately. to let us know how you guys are planning on celebrating and what you're doing to make a difference in this blessed country that we have.
Yeah, better yet, definitely. Most of all, leave us a comment. That's amazing. Send us some pictures, man. How are you celebrating? You celebrating with your family? You're celebrating with your friends and family? Maybe some loved ones, like Brent said, he's going to go up and spend some time with his family, kind of reflect. What are you doing? How is this 250 years of being in the best country in the world? How are you going to do that? Don't let it get tied up with all this, all these marches you're going to see. Is what is this 250th birthday of America, this great, great country? How are you going to celebrate this part? A lot of people have died for us to be sitting in this seat,
Yeah.
Our
Amen
service guys, our police guys, our ambulance guys, Brent, Jackson, our producer. There's a lot of sacrifices that have been made to try to make a difference, to try to make an impact. And that's all we ask. We talked about this last week. One more day of helping America become better. And it comes to you, not the guys up in Washington, not the guys in your state on the Capitol board. You are responsible for making this place better today than it was yesterday and tomorrow and the next day. And if you get around with enough of those people that have that same mindset, it's going to make a change. I heard something today, because I want you to expand on this. Because you talked about this many episodes ago, and then I forgot something, but we'll get back to that later. But you always talked about teaching your kids, if you see a piece of trash, pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a cart in the parking lot, take it back. And just that little difference can make a significant difference in how we are as a country and how we are as a standard of people to become better every day. So
take it even back to the most simplistic thing. Like, I've taught Lincoln and Emma that just go to the restroom at the restaurant or anywhere else you go and spend the 5 seconds to wipe down the counter. Could you imagine if everybody spent the 5 seconds? They would never need to clean the restroom, ever.
I think that we got lost a little bit, not all of us, but I think all of us have got lost at a little bit of time is, well, that's not my problem. I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, we did a whole episode about Are you living the hotel lifestyle, right? I think that was somewhere in the 20 or 30 range, because that is a big peeve of mine, is who is there to take care of you, right? You. It starts with you. And then there may be others that help you along the way, but it starts with you. You have to be the first person to take action. So speaking of taking action, I just want to give you some statistics.
I love this. Let's go.
639 acres of land in Arlington County, Virginia, established in 1864, is the final resting place for over 400,000 active duty service members, veterans, and their eligible family members. If that doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies when you think about that, I don't know what does. Go spend an hour and watch the process at the tomb of the unknown soldier. If that doesn't bring tears to your eyes, I don't know what would.
And you said this at the beginning of, so take the political side of it, guys. I know that's what the big media wants you guys to do, and I know that's what you see on social media, and you dive into it, and your algorithm kind of keep feeding you the stuff of everything that you want to see. Just take a breath. Look at the things you live in. Again, as I said, I'm looking at all these houses that are here, and these guys live in this great country club lifestyle and get to go play golf or tennis, and they're going to go down to El Paseo a little bit later and have a couple of cocktails and just have the freedoms that we have, and just stop getting lost in this minutia. And I keep saying that over again, but I love these episodes that we do because it makes me reflect. I get angry and I get fired. You want to burn down the bridge. Like, all these people are yo-yos, blah, blah, blah. And the day is, it's really up to me to make the change. I can't blame them for what state of mind they're in. I can't be mad at them for what state of mind or how they're acting in their life. But I could be the difference. I could be that 1%. I could pick up that piece of trash. I could put that shopping cart back. I can encourage people to help them get better. What you and I have done over 162 today is 162 episodes. We're sitting here. We want to ride with you. You're not by yourself. We want to enhance this great country that these guys have built us the foundation. We don't even have to build a foundation. We get to build a house. We get to build a building. That building is never going to be stopped being built. So join us, be a part of that stuff. As Brent said, leave us an episode. What are you doing this week? What are you doing this weekend? Be proud. Look at me wearing this shirt. I'm going to wear this all day. I can't tell you how many compliments I got on this shirt today.
Let's better reflect back to what I just said. There are over 400,000 people that we should be celebrating this weekend that don't get to celebrate.
Yeah.
That aren't alive because of this freedom that we enjoy. It really hurts to know that we have people that have made the choice in this country to poo-poo this country, even though they have the right to. I've seen some stuff going around the socials over the last week that it is communistic, whatever the word is, that you're a communist if you celebrate America's 250th anniversary. I don't know how anti-communist it is. I mean, it's so huge, the
right.
Anti-communist movement in just celebrating this accomplishment. But bear in mind, guys, we are probably one of the youngest countries in the world. And we are one of the most successful countries in the world from a human rights standpoint, from the opportunity to believe politically how you want to believe, to do what you want to do, to go say what you want to say, to push any narrative that you want with no fear of reprisal. You can't do that in a communist state, guys.
What a slippery slope that is, what you just said, is we are allowed to pretty much do whatever we want to do. But we see some people that don't have the standard that we need to have, in my eyes, and everyone's standard can be different, but take advantage of that, knowing that they can do whatever they do. Oh, I don't have to follow that rule. I don't have to do this. I don't have to live that standard. And we concentrate on those people. And so see, it's like we're putting in all this work, we're doing all these things, and then these guys just get to do whatever they want to do, and they get to burn down buildings and blah, blah, blah. So why even try, right? But you go back to just like what you said, 400,000. Is that what you just said?
400,000, yeah.
400,000 people set the standard. Are you going to follow them? Are you going to follow the 2,000 yahoos that are trying to mess everything up? I'm following the 400,000. Does it make me mad at what Brent said? Does it hurt your heart? Absolutely. But what are you doing about it? No keyboard warrior BS.
Yeah.
You know,
well, better yet, guys, what do you want our 260th, our 270th, our 280th, our 290th, our 300th anniversary to look like? And what are you doing to make a damn difference that could change the trajectory of our country in a positive way?
Big question. So
it's a question of the day.
It's a question of the day. So I'll say this. I'll put a push on that. Are you man enough or woman enough to answer that question? Because it really comes down to you. Brett and I can walk with you or can lead you, and all the other patriots and great Americans that we've had on this show, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. They're being a leader. Are you going to step up and tell us what you're going to do? Are you going to tell us what your why? Your company comes and asks you, hey, what's your purpose and what's your why? When you go work for a job or you become a team or you're doing all this stuff, what's your purpose and what's your why in America? Let us share it. It's something good standard.
Well, better yet, what are you doing to make a difference and stop being the silent majority? When is your voice worthy of being heard?
Love to see a comment on that one too.
I'm going to ruffle some feathers today.
Yeah, but that's what it is, right? We've been status quo for so long. And it's, again, I went back, I said this earlier, and I want to repeat this. It's not my problem. I shouldn't have to worry about it. I have my own issue. It is your problem. They want you to believe that it's somebody else's problem, but it is your problem. Somehow, some way, all of us on here, pointing my finger at Brent, pointing the finger at me, everyone I know, somewhere along the line, we have been the problem because we have allowed it to happen. When is enough enough? Now, I'm not saying go run roughshod all over and turn tables and stuff like that. That's Jesus's job. That's God's job. Your job is to reset the standard that you grew up with and just say, well, everybody else is doing, so I'll do it. Or, hey, those guys are yahoos. I'm not going to get involved with them, so I'm just going to let them keep doing it. Then say something. If it's not living to the standard you want to live, it's okay for you to say something in the right way.
Yeah.
Don't need to punch him in the face. But you're starting to see that. But it's funny that you're saying that, because I would say over the course of the last 6 or 7 months, you're starting to see people react that enough is enough. We cannot keep going down this downside to it. We are going to somehow, some way, and if it has to start with me, it'll start with me. Meaning this, I'm just talking about a fictitious person. We are not going to allow you to keep doing this anymore. We're not going to continue to allow people run over and take over stores. We're not going to allow people to be doing indecent things in the middle of families on a beach. It's going to be handled one way or another. So we let it go too long. We still have a chance. We still have hope. We still have a chance for a reset. But it's going to take Brent. It's going to take me. It's going to take all of our followers, all of our subscribers, and it's just one more starfish. Go save another one. Go save another one. But be American. God, listen. I mean, I don't know. You're not a sports guy, so you won't see this, but you probably have seen the articles. All these guys that are coming over here for the World Cup are coming over like, holy Moses! I've been hearing stuff in my country about how terrible this country is, and like, this is the most amazing place in the world.
Yeah.
We're down getting ice creams. I'm celebrating the streets with all these different people. And it is like a kumbaya moment. And I think God has a lot to do with this, but they're realizing that there isn't that big differences as we've been groomed to believe that they live in this country. They're a-holes, or they have this one. They're just bad beliefs. You have this melting pot of people that want to contribute to a better society as humans to become better. And they're coming like, wow, we have a different perspective of America now. And this is really great. And hopefully they take that back to their countries or having stuff and they become the one, right? Because there's other countries that need help, but we're talking about America today. Land of opportunity, land of greatness, innovation, all that stuff. So don't be your person and keep striving to be better. So I'm jacked. I'm jacked for the 4th of July. I wish I was with you. Actually, you've been my good friend for 30 years, dude. I would love to sit and have you don't drink anymore, but I'd sure like to have a bourbon with you sitting in that back deck overlooking the ocean.
Here's a question for you. What's the one thing that America hasn't changed in 250 years that you'd bet on still being true in another 250?
Declaration of Independence.
Amen. For liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, man. You guys just say, oh, Jackson just brought this up on the screen. Just go back and read that for a little bit, right? We read it in school. It's kind of going away from that. That's, the schools are kind of going away with that. This is all this information you can find. Go back and look about the history of America. Go back and look at all these guys that have died for you. These guys storming the beaches of Normandy and da-da-da. And, concentrate on making get involved with your community. It's not so much even on a state level. Go and get involved with your city level. Make a difference in that. Go join a nonprofit. Go be a part. Start a nonprofit. Start a scholarship fund.
So I did something about 4 years ago. I researched all the people that built the Declaration of Independence, and I read all their biographies and autobiographies. And I started doing a deep dive on people like Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin has a book that I just got the other day and I started reading it. My daughter actually picked it up in the truck the other day while we were driving and started reading it. It's a very thin book. It's 13 Standards by Ben Franklin. And these people towed the line. They held themselves accountable. They held everyone else around them accountable. They didn't go into a room and change the room. They created the room out of the fact that they didn't feel that they were being served by the government that was called to serve them.
Say that again, man, because that is so true. Say that one more time.
They didn't feel served by the government that was called to serve them.
So they made a damn difference.
They made a damn difference. If you're frustrated with the way things are, you have the right. The beauty about living here in this country is you have the right to go make a change. But are you going to go make a change? Or are you just going to bitch about stuff that's not changing? I very rarely cuss, guys. But
I know, man. That's why I'm loving this, man. Let's go.
This is a real sticking point for me because to say the Pledge of Allegiance is unconstitutional, to say that it's communistic, to say that it's anti-American, that it's not inclusive, it's just a load of BS. Could you imagine how many of those 400,000 people are rolling over in their graves seeing what's going on in our country right now? And the fact that nobody is making a difference, and the people that are trying to make a difference, God bless you. Thank you for doing that. The people that are actually trying to make a difference are being hedged and rebutted and rebuked so aggressively. Yeah, the change may not be your change, but at least revel in the fact that they have the ability and the right to push a change when they see change necessary. What are you doing?
Yeah, you can't complain about someone trying to make a change if you're not doing it yourself, right?
Kind of goes back to everything that we've talked about for 162 episodes.
Yeah, you be mad all you want. If you're so mad, go on and do something about it.
We have a whole episode about the easy button, guys. Yeah. Stop pressing it.
You're waiting for someone else to pick up the pieces and put your puzzle together. It ain't going to happen, homie.
No one. We say this every time. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you.
Be as mad as you want. Say all the mean things you want behind your little keyboard warrior BS. You're not making a difference, yo, at all.
I want to change directions here. If there's anybody out there listening or watching us that has family ties to pre-1776, I would love to hear from you. Are you a descendant of somebody that came to this country and was part of building the foundation for change that has shaped our current America? I would love to hear from you and love to hear your story and love to read your history. It's super imperative that we know where we came from so we can figure out where we're going and not repeat the failures of the past.
Could always learn from losses, right?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
I'm going to segue because we've been talking about going out and making a difference in here. And, as we're in episode number 162 today, I want to mention some past guests who guys that I truly feel that are really taking the torch they've been giving, understanding who their purpose is, and really making a change. So in episode number 14, we had John Wagner on here. I talked about the secret of financial education. On episode number 15, sharing your purpose, Joe Daniels. Joe Daniels is now over in South America, teaching guys and helping guys become better football players. He's been a coach. He's been going over from America every year. He's making an impact on young men.
And that's not football, soccer. That's football.
American football. Pads, hit them right, squares up to it. Episode number 16, okay, which we have multiple participants in here. Alternatives to healing, making a difference in health. Caitlin Wilson, Caitlin and Edna. Episode number 28, Ken McCumber, building on a foundation. He's been multiple on here. One of his big impacts. Do you want me to hear you, help you, or hug you?
I love that.
Right? So when you're sitting in a situation and someone's upset, ask them this. Do you want me to hear you? Do you want me to help you? Or do you just want me to hug you? Okay. Ken McCumber, love you, buddy. Membership comes in all sizes. The father and son team making a big difference in the construction world right now over in Orange County. Doug and Jake Fisher. What's next? Succession in business. Ken Johnson, massive patriot out in Montana, has a company, and they're actually building landing gear parts for not only our airplanes, but our fighter jets, protecting us, keeping us safe on there. Gigi Matako, The Power of Lamentation. She had a big one. Sometimes you just have to marinate in it. I can just remember all these episodes. Kelly Armstrong, my brother, when he was on this episode number 55, he was knee deep in trying to make a difference over in Maui. We know how elections have been run right now. It's very evident. If you're not a part of that, you'll get picked. I will kind of give you, I don't think that we've had a follow-up with him, but he ran his election, and as soon as they opened up voting, they pronounced a winner within 2 minutes. They didn't even count the votes. So just going to leave that to there, okay? Gary Scott, another great episode. If You Could, he has a great podcast, If You Could. Gary Scott, episode number 168. Together We'll Knowledge Leverage. Creating new entrepreneurs, Matt Lathrop on episode number 69. Episode number 76, Steve Rigler, Enhancing Your Championship. One of your clients, good friends who's just near you, Be the One, Gerard Morton, in episode number 81. Episode number 3, Mary Lochran, Participation Trophies Aren't Free. That was a fun episode.
Yeah.
That was a good episode. Lighting the Way with Mary Ford, who is the head of the Alzheimer's nonprofit out here in the desert. Here's another great one, episode number 97, Red Light Therapy with the one and only April Wright, right? Mm-hmm. They're coming back on here in a couple weeks. This is fun, right? Okay, Celebrate the Journey. Chrissy Armstrong, my wife, she's scheduled to come back on here. A lot of changes. These are episodes number 97 and 98, or 99, brother. We're in episode number 162. Beautiful. Over a year. They're coming back on here. A good friend of yours and part of your venture capitalist group, episode number 109, Win-Win-Win Scenario, Kyle Vanderlinden. A very good friend of mine and actually business partner of mine in episode number 116, Shelley Gerard, Finding Strength. Powerful episode, man. We had to kind of shadow that one, but we're going to bring that one back on. Functional Nutrition, Deb Bennett, who's here. This is episode number 129. She's talking about, she is a therapist. She was kind of a therapist to the elite over in Hollywood. Really put a Band-Aid on it with drugs, and now finding different ways to heal instead of using drugs, but to peel back the onion and find out what's at that. So that's episode number 129. Return guest, episode number 143, Adapt or Die. Great episode with Caitlin. And then, one of my favorite is episode 146 with my one and only son, Christian Armstrong, The Pinata Effect. Mm-hmm. The point of all those names and all those episodes, and we'll put a list up there and share this with those guys. But first and foremost, to all you guys that came on this show, not only once, but some of you multiple times, you are the reason why we're still here today. You are the reason that God has given you purpose to make a difference in this world. So no matter what, and I'm speaking to all those guests we just named, don't stop. And if you need help, call us. But you guys are the ones, you're the 1%. That is like, I am not going to stay status quo. I'm going to find something to get better. I don't care if it's health or wellness. I don't care if it's building a concrete company. I don't care if whatever it is. Keep doing what you're doing. And, absolutely love you guys. God bless America to all you guys. And I'm really looking forward to bring April back on here. Big changes for her, dude. I mean, again, talking about opportunities in America. She had a dream, right? You always talk about I have a dream. She came to you. You helped her piece it together. But realistically, it was her dream. Mm-hmm. And now look where it's going now. And where's the status of that now? I mean, I know you guys are working on a lot of things to expand, and I know you have some hurdles to get through. Is it getting any further?
Yeah, we're still getting there. There's a big process to it. But guys, just revel in this fact that 2 years, a wife, a mother, a housewife had a dream to go out and help people. And we've helped likely somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 plus people in the last 2.5 years. And she's carved out coming up on $1 million a year in revenue in helping people and making a difference in this world. What the hell are you doing? And why can't you do that?
The funny thing is, if you ask April, she goes, it's not about, I bet she says it's not about me.
It's never been about her, and it's never been about money. She's doing this just to help people. Her mission is mission critical to make this world a better place and to help people heal and get well.
And I'll take it one step further. She not only she had this dream that was, I would say it was God given to her, but she was realizing that all the help she was seeking, there was not anything there, and she had to make that difference, right? It was up to her to make that difference. There may be other people in other parts of the United States or the world, but for her community, which you talked about, stop talking about macro, let's get to micro. We talked about that a lot. She had to help her community here.
Well, she turned into the storm, and we're coming out on the other side of it.
Jackson and I were talking about this the other day when you said that. And we talked about this about the episodes. We talked about it, how other animals run from the storm. And the buffalo, head down, eyes up, straight to the storm. And that's what we need to readjust, revamp, is be that buffalo, be that one. I'm running into this storm. I know it's not going to be fun, but I'm going to make a difference, and we're going to get through this. Yes, you could say that we're in a storm right now. We have a lot of craziness. There's craziness everywhere.
We've been in a storm since 1776.
It's not going to get easier. There's no easy button here. We're not put in this world to live in this kumbaya rainbow world. I know that's what they want you to believe, but it is work, son. It's awesome. What a great opportunity that you get to make a difference. Brent's talked about this. What's your legacy? Are they going to talk about you when you go see Jesus because you started that impact?
What have you done today to make a difference, my good and faithful servant? That's the question. Mindset. That's the question to ask yourself today.
You want to read a good book? I don't care what your faith is. Go talk about all the warriors that came up in the best book in the whole world, the most sold book in the whole world, the Bible. You want to read about some warriors, some patriots that laid the foundation we talk about the 400 guys. We're talking about America today. Those guys before us laid the foundation to where we are today.
It is the most violent book I have ever read.
It's brutal, bro. It is brutal. Talking about, I'm just going to go, 300 against 3,000, right? I mean, just the list goes on. So it's just.
Well, how about the fact that in the Bible, historical facts, if a king thought that a boy was going to take over his reign, he killed every boy under the age of 6 in the whole land.
Yeah, you think you have it bad here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody will pipe in on here and say, well, they do that now. Well, okay, then what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We typically do not call people out on this show. I tell you right now, we're calling you out. There's a thing that you sent me today. We really can't talk about it, but that lady that gets in their car. Are you gonna be a beep? Are you gonna be a bit? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That video. A lot of people don't like seeing that because they say it's really crass.
Yeah.
There's some validity into it.
Stop being a sissy.
There you go. I couldn't find the right word.
Stop bitching. Start taking action. All anxiety is solved by action.
One thing that we left out that we typically talk about at the beginning of this episode, or all of our episodes, and for a short introduction today, is one of the things that you hear a lot of wisdom coming from Brent's mouth. That's why he makes me look better. So if you go like this, you see Blair, but if you open up, then you see greatness because then you see Brent. Anyway, he is an amazing personal coach and business coach. And so if you were like, yeah, all these things you're saying are awesome, but how do I do it? Well, if you need some help, if you're stuck in a loop, I'm going to encourage you to reach out to this guy that you see on your screen named Brent Wright of Brent Wright Incorporated. Has helped a lot. He has a client list, which seems very short, but realistically, his impact over his community in the United States for the people that he's impacted are far more than his clients. But if you're stuck in a loop, and you want to join us in that 1% and make that 1% 2% and make that 2% 3%, and the list goes on, to recapture the greatness or polish up what maybe has a little dust on in this great country of America, I strongly encourage you to reach out to him. Jackson will put it in comments here where you can find Brent Wright at Linktree.
Linktree Brent Wright.
Linktree Brent Wright. Just remember that. Linktree Brent Wright. Stop right there. Look up Linktree.Brent Wright.
Better yet, my email is brent@bwinc.
There you go. Kind of like oldguysstillrock.us.
That's right.
That's another thing, is follow our Instagram page. We're going to put some little golden nuggets on there that you can start building on and make them your own. It's not about what Brent and Blair are doing. Brent and Blair are just here to maybe
just pawns in the game, guys.
Pawns in it to it. But if you need somebody to walk beside you, we want to walk beside you. So there you are, right there. It's got it up on the screen. We're going to make this real easy.
Well, that's LinkedIn.
That's LinkedIn.
Linktree, but that you can follow me there as well.
Yeah. He's everywhere, man. You see, he's got American flag behind him wherever he goes. It's a beautiful thing. So, man, it's just great. Now, you guys doing a little, I know in Oregon, you don't have I don't have any out here, but you guys have some pretty good fireworks at the coast.
Yes, it's an amazing hour and a half long show in Florence. It's absolutely very, very cool.
Yeah, being on the water where there's not a lot of things. So we'll have some fireworks shows here in the desert, but it's not like, gosh, when I go back to the Midwest and Michigan and see my family, boy, you go out there on 4th of July, you get the Roman candle, these big things that blow up in the sky, which you kind of see in the videos, is pretty awesome. So around here, we have to be careful of forest fires.
Yeah.
So, anyway, man, any final thoughts for you, my dude?
Just a basic call out, just like I always do. I always say go make a damn difference. But if you're stuck and don't know what that means and don't know how to do that, please reach out to us. We do want to help you make a difference in your community, for your family, and for society in general. And if you're stuck in that, I'd love to chat with you. I do a lot of pro bono work. I've had probably 10 or 12 listeners reach out to me, and I've done 1-hour sessions with them for free. I'm happy to do that. And I'm happy to see if it's a good fit, if you need coaching, guidance, business, personal, or otherwise.
It takes one, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have it as it's not so much of a promotion, this thing, because, Brent and I are funding all this, and we don't have any advertisers, subscribers, but this whole podcast is what Brent said a little bit earlier. It is a servant mindset. It's servant leadership. And if you're watching this episode and this is your first episode here, go back and watch 161 episodes. Let that start peeling back your onion and understanding, like, God, these guys are for real. They really are trying to help us. They are really trying to make an impact. All we ask is you do is share the show. Subscribe to our channels. I don't care if it's Spotify or YouTube or iTunes. We're not getting any benefit out of it. Actually, well, we are. I'll stop and say that. We are getting a benefit because we know if we make an impact, we may not see that from you because we may have not met you personally. But if we made an impact for you today, we did our job.
Yeah.
It's not financial for us. It's about the impact of how we're going to help not only engage with you, but equip you and empower you to be that difference that, as you said, be the difference you seek and how you make a damn difference. So I'm done. This is an awesome episode, guys. I'm just massively, incredibly grateful for all of you that do follow us, not only on Instagram and all of our other social medias, but most of all of our YouTube channels and our podcast channels that we have out there. Have a great freaking 4th, man. Celebrate the crap out of this one. And let's go celebrate the crap out of the year after this. But go make that difference today. Be that impact. Raise that standard that you're looking for. It's up to you. And then what Brent said earlier, share us what you did. I want to see pictures. I want to see your comments. Videos. I don't care. Make them appropriate. I don't want to see weird shit. But anyway, until we see each other next time, guys, stay safe. But most of all, God bless. God bless America.